wife's been out and bought me a new gadget. I have opened it, but what I'll do is I'll after I've done this video, turn it the right way around. After this video, I'll show you it all in bits. I've plugged it in, and hopefully it's working. As you can see, little windsock. I don't think you can hear the panels, fence panels rattling. The wind is blowing a wheelie again. It's got a little windsock on it, and it only cost £3.95. So I'm going to go in the garden now, because when I've been round the pool, I've noticed I'm trying to talk louder because the phone's on the bridge. So I've just bought it. So I wasn't going to be able to video so much now around there, because obviously the little jobs have been done, apart from my windmill. So I'm going to go out now. That's just the drain, obviously. Okay, so I'm coming out now. I think there is a bit of rub on the material. Tried it earlier on. The wife was in the front, and I was actually all the way up there. Now, when I was stationary, the mic was crystal clear. When I was walking, there was a lot of interference. So I'm thinking it is when slight movement with the fabric. So I was stationed then, obviously. Now I'm walking, just to find out if it's crackly. And what I want to do is put the phone down and then walk away and see what it's like when I'm at the distance. I'm just trying the wind so you can see. Oh, I'm going to be just trying to show you something so you can see the wind. It's only gusts every now and then. See the plant just about moving there. And the trees moving there. I don't know whether the windsock's actually working. And the tree up there. Only if anybody's interested in buying a mic, that's all it is. You see how the trees are blowing now. Just check the quality of it. For £4. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to place the phone down. I've got to put it in under the baby's shelter because it's raining. Just going to place it down there. Walk over to my bridge. Hopefully you can hear everything. Oh, so the wind's blowing proper strong now. See if there's a difference between walking. Now I'm standing still. And that's farther than where I was working on the bridge before. And the farm was on the bridge. And I was working on the side of the pool. So hopefully you can hear this nice and clear. Again, I'm going to try walking again, see if there's any interference. This is solely if anybody wants to buy one, to try one out. So easy to set up. I'm just going to turn this video off now and test it and see how it sounds. Another week, another video. Finally arrived. The mystery. Hopefully to block the bowls. So here we have it. I'm just going to go and get my tripod and see if I can set it up, and I'll show you what I'm going to try and do and what I have got. As you can see, screwdriver ready, some seals. I'll get my tripod set up. Right then. The mystery items that I ordered to try and fill the hinge holes at the back. Some of you might know these, a lot of you young uns won't. Less one, I've just lost it. So, what have we got? Plastic, number plate, bolts. For them that know, for them that don't. Obviously I've ordered black for the tank. You get black or you get yellow. Then you fix your number plate to your car or your bike, drill a hole in your number plate, and then screw it up, and obviously they never rust. A lot of people put screws in and they rust, make your number plate a mess. So the intention I'm now is to put them, bit of silicone in the hole, screw that into the hole, obviously to block the hole up. And as you can see, I've got some little seals. I'm just going to try a little seal on that there. Now you can actually see that. Nut on the back, bit of silicone in the hole, and pin them up. Now I'll flip you around and I'll see if I can film it, putting them in the hole. Have I got my fob working? As you can see, I've had to get into the old rinsing bin. I can't get access. Sorry about turning me back. I can't get access to this corner because I blocked it in like an auntie. I've had to climb in to do it. I had to redo the other four. The little rubber rings that was on there, I thought it'd actually go inside the hole. The little rings were just, little rubber seals were just looping out. So I took all the bolts back out, the rings off, and put them back in with fresh silicone. So I'm just going to silicone these ones in. Well, as you can see, a great deal. I've got these, breathe this belly in, got them four in that side, four in the other side. Little smear of silicone. I've put it inside the hole, so as you've seen, a little bit of a smear on the inside just to help them seal. And the thing is, I ordered enough that if these go rusty, let me show you on the camera. These here, if these start going rusty, they've got a bit of silicone over them. But when I scrubbed it the other day, some of the, I don't know if you can actually see that on camera, some of that's actually started to come loose already. But if they start going rusty, I can take them out, take them hinges off, and put them plastic bolts in them holes as well. So there you have it. Number plate, nuts and bolts. Oops, sorry about the noise, folks. Just put a little get it out. Hit and miss, whether it works or not. Oh, what a glorious day. Some things are working out, some things are. The resin for my filter, I've got to go and buy some, and I've picked some up very good off Facebook Marketplace. I did message him and he sold it. There's been a misunderstanding with what it was, so I'm going to fetch that later on. I'll do a video on that when I fetch it. What am I doing now? Oh, that's a plasterer's bath, if that's what you know, called plasterer's bowl, what they mix the plaster in. It's what I've always used for the last 12 months anyway to treat fish. See if you can guess what that's going to be. You've known in a previous video Dave got me that one, so that's my new treatment tank. That's my squirrel tank. Less said about that the better. Got a nice plants there to go in my garden around the pool. Show you them when I've done them. So you're asking yourself, why is Carl be filling that vat full of water right next to the tank? Been listening to Dave, went over Dave's last weekend, me and Pete, spent a few hours with him. Been watching quite a lot of videos on daphnia. Oh yes, that is going to be the daphnia tank to feed Mason's fish or fry. That's filling up now with tap water. I'm not going to do a video on daphnia right now. I will do it when I get the things I need. I've got to let that water mature, if that's the right word. Daphnia don't like chlorine and they don't like dechlorine chemicals, so if you put something in there to kill the chlorine, they don't like that neither. It'll kill them. Beautiful bit of sun we got now. I'm just going to let that fill up. While that's filling up, I'll show you what I've been up to. I've still got to clean that pipe off that. Dave gladly lent me that pump up there. and I've just put that on. That's one of my own that I'd already got. The green pipe was part of a pipe I had left over on Mason's, that triangle tank that he had, and I kept it, coming in the perfect size for that. What I want to do is run the 4 filters I've showed you in this tank, off that there, and then another pipe will go all the way down to there into that tank, and I'll show you a little bit more about that when I get round to doing it. Sun's burning me here. Never happy am we Brits. I don't like the sun anyway, I'd rather the cold weather myself, but that's me. So I'm just waiting for that tank to fill up. This one's almost ready. Next thing, I've got to clean that pipe out to go on this pump. Just want that water to circulate. I need to get this filter on here. I've got to go and get a box of resin. That resin's no good. Tin of resin rather. That resin's no good. I need to get that filter up and running and clean this tank. This is the pipe. You've seen me use this before. I use this to clean me pipe out where my feed goes into my pool from inside my filter house. Sadly it ain't long enough to go right the way through the other end. If I can get that down as far as I can, like that. It's a fair old way. Oh dear, what have I done? Oh, that's proper rank, that is. So now that I fair off giving quite through all of it really. See the crud inside there? I have to give this a good clean obviously when I before I put it back. Whoa. Right, so I'm just going to get the hose pipe and put some water through it. Okay then, I've already put water through the other side. This is where I'll get covered in it. Oh, lovely. Try and twizzle it round a little bit. Ain't perfect, but it's better than what it was. Well, some more crap coming out the other end. Oops. Put that in first. Obviously this is going 3/4 of the way down, so trouble is now the other end of the pipe is out. It's on the grass, so it's going to leak out. It's leaking out now. Well, you can see the difference just on that. That's brilliant, that is. Just push it through. Now of course that's on my grass. Flip it over. That looks lovely and clean, that does, and now you can see it on the camera. And what I do now is flip that round. See if I can flip you around so you can see it as well. Impossible to get all of it out so now. Well, you can see that on camera. I'm looking at the side of the camera so I can't tell what you can see. That'll do for me. It's better than what it was. I'll get that set up now, back on the pump. I've got to pop out, like I says, fetch some from Mason's tank. I could have done with it before I put that water in, but it is what it is. I've got to go out and pop that, pop and fetch that, pop and get some resin on the way back, and then set this pump up. Put this away, dry it, clean this off and dry it up. Oh, I forgot to say goodbye, see it in a bit. What a cracking tool this. Whew, aye, you're lost without it. Anyway, obviously I'm going to do this while I'm recording because of the noise. A little grinding stone. I'm just going to get it in there, rough that up as best I can, clean that out with some panel wipe, and then I've got a little bit of, that's if there's any left. It feels like it, but whether it's still running or not I don't know. I'm going to mix up just a little bit of that resin and tip it in there and let it go hard, because I'm thinking now, what, before I finish the last recording, I'm thinking the pressure on that is going to be pressed that way, so if I put resin in there it's going to push that against that crack anyway. So I'm going to grind this out, mix a little bit of resin, and I'll show you when I put it in. And my little fob works when it wants to. And there we go. So here we go with the big thumb. Okay, I'm going to see if I can flick you around and see if you can see what I've done. So now you can see a difference in there to these two, but I can't get right in that corner there, so I'm just going to get a bit of sandpaper and scuff that just to allow the resin to, you can see I've done along that lip as well, and these two ledges, this side and this side, to help the resin key to it. So I'm going to sand that little bit there, mix the resin up and put it in. A lot of people would see that leak and throw it away. Now I did buy one of these off Rich, Shrewsbury guy, and when I had a little bit of a meltdown last year I sold everything like an absolute pillock. So to get into that gap there, I cut a piece of sandpaper, a screwdriver to get it into that corner. This is just for people who like watching these things, and just gives people tips on how to do things. It's fiddly, but you've got to do these things. So I'll crack on with that and I'll get back to you. about the noise. I've got in there now. Basically with this here, the screwdriver and the sandpaper. And what I've got to do now, I've got to try and clean that out. And I've got some panel wipe here. I want to show you. Normally you try and get in there with a rag. A little bit of panel wipe in the lid. Cotton bud. You've got to clean that dust out there as much as you can. Otherwise the resin will stick to the dust and you've just totally wasted your time. I'm going to do both sides. Well, use both sides of the bud. I'm trying to show people how to suck eggs, but if you're like me, you can't afford to go out and buy new filters. You've got to make do with what you can get your hands on, or sometimes repair what you've got. And I've had this years and years. I should have had more sense really with how old it is. I never tested it, I just bought it outright. Now if this does work, I will buy the proper sponges. I don't need them now. It's going to be later on at the end of the year hopefully, before them anywhere near big enough for me to be able to use the drain. Notwithstanding that now, I can't tell which one it is with the cracking. Dear, what are we doing? Let's have a look. I've got 5 eyes now, look. I'm just looking in that one there. That is the one that I've done there. I'll tell you that. But looking at that there, looks like there's a crack in that one there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run the Dremel in that one as well. It was leaking there. It was leaking on that one. But while I'm doing this, I might as well just... Oh, hang on a minute. No, I can't feel it. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to have a look underneath there. See if I've actually sanded the wrong one. I don't think so, because it did look like a crack in it. Unless I've sanded that one, I can't tell now I cleaned it. Oh dear, I should have put a mark on there really, shouldn't I? Anyway, I'm going to flip it over. That is the one I've done, I think. But I've got to do it again just to make sure. I wish this would work. I've just been recording for about 20 minutes and not realised it hadn't gone off. I'm working here in the shade. It's beautiful sun outside. I've just brought you back. That's the one that I repaired with the airline crack, and I've looked on the outside here and that's where the crack is. But that looks like, on the inside you can see that it looks like it's just an airline crack. So just to make sure while I've got the resin out and to stop it cracking anymore, I've decided to sand both of them while I'm at it. And if you remember, when I tested this before, I hadn't put the seals back on the inlets and outlets because I took them out because I was going to throw them away. But looking at them, the orange rubbers that I'm on them, the seals, them a little bit cracked, so I'm going to put a little bit of Vaseline on them. And what I've done, whether you notice, whether you can see that on the camera, tiny little white dot there, a little white marker. I'll put a little white marker on it. So I've got to find there a little pot to mix a bit of resin in. I could do with something similar to that really. I'll mix my resin and we'll see how we get it in. This is going to be fun. What I should have done is check the resin before I started the video. I've literally had to get it out, the tin. You can see the tissue, I've tried to get the resin off. So I've got a little bit of hardener in it. I don't know whether this is going to work because it's already tacky. And obviously I don't want to put it in there to find out that it don't go hard. Okay, so then over there you can actually see what I'm trying to do. I can't get that to stick. Now, as soon as I touch that with a stick, it's just pulling it back out. Oops, I'm getting a right old mess now. Yeah. Right, well, let's try and clean this up quick, folks. And we'll have to try plan B. I don't know what that is. Oh, this thing, look. The other one was absolutely brilliant, this one. The other one was a Parnell one, this was about £7. After that disaster I thought I'd go out and buy myself some new resin, new tube of hardener. Everything I can pick it up on that because I've got that much stuff in the lean-to. You can just see below there, there's resin in there. I'm just having a look around it. I've got some resin mixed. That there, so I've tipped some in there. Just been going around looking to see if I can see any cracks. And then was the two, as you can see the two white marks. So I'll put resin in there. Hopefully then tomorrow that'll be rock hard. Just help it egg on above. There's like a little recess there. Just help it egg on above them. That one there looks brilliant. Them two look a little bit high. Nothing else I can do about it now. Just see what it's like tomorrow. What a difference in the weather. The difference in my hair, look at it. Like Ken Dodd. I need a couple of diddy men. Red hot, lovely sunshine yesterday. Cloudy and miserable I'm in the lean-to. I come in last night and checked these before I went to bed, see if it had gone hard. And it was already hard. It's already set. My plans today was put this back together, flush all the water out Mason's tank through that blue foam that I'd made, and then get the new filters set up. Yesterday I had a problem with the pump stopped again, and I was thinking it because it's just a small pump, to bring it up as high as it's bringing it up and then back in the tank. I don't think the pump's strong enough. I'm sure Dave mentioned something about that when I tried to use it before, but I can't remember what I was using it on. Anyway, I want to take this outside now and see if I can get that, put that back together and see if I can get that pump out and find out what's wrong with it. I've got it working, you can hear it, but I didn't catch that on camera. It's almost like it's spinning in an oval motion. So now when I put that in the water, then it's going to work, but how long it'll work for I don't know. Let me turn it around. Show back the camera work. There you go, so you can see it working, but and you can hear it working. Now I was thinking of putting that blue sponge in that I've made, but I really don't think it's going to, if you can see the bits on the bottom of there, I really don't think it's going to make any difference. There's no other way I can get that out the bottom. I have tried using the net, but the nets I've got there, Mason's little fish net, the bits that are in there fall through the net. working now. You can see how it's pushing itself round. I think you can actually see the crap starting to lift off the floor. You can see it all chaining up now, look. Right, I'm going to set this filter up. This is going to do two things. It's going to show me if it leaks and hopefully catch the crap. I don't really want to waste that sponge, that's what I'm thinking of. I've got some old brushes from out that other filter, but the plastic, there's like a plastic thing on top of the brushes, and there's an hole in for you to hang it. All them snapped off. So I'm just debating whether to put a couple of them brushes. I'm going to sort that out anyway. I'm going to turn this off for now while it's working, so I'll get it working on. Here I am, on that filter. Okay, so I'll try again. I'll put this part in the middle. This is the foam thing that you've seen me made before. That should be far enough to catch all that. That's got stuck in there. Hope that works. Just going to find the metal clip. Ready for the big switch on. I don't know how long it's going to last, so I've got it set up. I used this before, but I can't really think what I used it for, this pump. But Dave was saying it kept packing up before, and Dave was saying it was trying to lift the water too high, because it's only really like a fountain pump. And obviously it's lifting it up there, into there and back into there. I did have it running the other day for a few minutes, or half an hour or so, and then it stopped. So I'm going to fire it up now anyway, see what happens. Well, we can hear the water going in. Let's just hope this seals. A little drip from these Jubilee clips. I ain't bothered about leaks at the moment. I just need it to circulate. Just so I can, I'll just swash the bottom of the bin round with the net. Somebody's actually advertising two of the exact same filters and a smaller filter, 25 quid for the three. I messaged him last night, he said somebody's already coming for them. I was gutted. 25 quid for the three. I've got to pay 30 quid for the sponges for this one. Still got a little leak there right off that Jubilee clip. I ain't bothered about that. It's harder to do these. I should have used a socket really. I'm sure I put some electric tape through these before as well. Still hear the water filling that cylinder up. You can actually hear that. Again, you can see how much water that's taking out just for that filter. Because the water was just above the black screws at the bottom. If I can get this running just for a few hours today, just to clean that crap off the bottom, I can then set the air pump I've had off Dave over there, set that up and get the 4 proper filters running. Just hear the funny gulp then off the pond behind the purr. Jetting bubbles again. Just hear the funny noise coming out the pond behind me. While we're waiting for that to fill up, we'll go and have a look at the fish. Oh, there you go. Right on cue. So as you can see, that I have fast flow, and I think it's that pump I strong enough. Then the leak I've got is from that Jubilee clip, which I expected that anyway. Thankfully, I've got nothing at all spewing out of that. Just seen a bit of water there, and I thought, oh no, I'll say it's cracked there as well. That's the trouble, see when people use these and left outside. You can see by the colour of it how it's degraded a bit. I'll get a socket and put a socket on there. Okay, then I'm just going to leave that running for a few hours, get my net, swirl my net around, see if it'll pick that crap up. And ready to go. I'll stick it out and show you the fish. Daphnia tank. Oh yes. What I'm hoping is to leave that a few days. I'm going to top that up with water, then I'm going to put that water into that tank for the daphnia. Still got the bubble wrap over the plants just to try and protect them a bit more. Still getting them really cold mornings. I've got rid of some of the fish. Pete from West Bronchi, his dad's had them. Really nice selection of fish he's had as well. Okay then, so I'll leave that up and running. Just get my socket and see if I can tighten that Jubilee clip. See it dripping on the floor there. That's the only thing I've got to do now as well. I've got to try and build something to put that filter on, because that's how it's going to have to sit when the tank's up running. But like I said, that's a long time away. I haven't even got the cladding for that yet. But I've got the essential things up and running, so once I get them filters on off the air pump, it'll be sound as a pound. You hear the water running? No crap coming out of that now. They're the strongest of pumps. It's got to come. It's got to pump really a long way. And that's just about enough. All I want to do is just circulate the water. That I permanently fix there. Then to run the forward air starter, I'll say that on another video, and one in the daphnia tank. I also made the lid, if you remember, to stop the fish from jumping out of that black tank. So all the noise you can hear is me messing about behind you. Sorry about the camera work. Got it on the tripod. I'll just move that tank out a little bit so I can get that frame on properly. Just stop mice and messing in it really. I'll just leave that to do its own thing before I order the daphnia. It's coming together slowly. I'm glad to say these timbers I bowed out. I thought they would. You can see how the tank is, but you can see how that timber there is holding that tank in. So it's doing what it needs to do. Just place the temperature gauge on for now, so I can get the cladding for the front, and then I'll fit it properly. I think that's just right there. As you can see, it's really 9.3. I've just had my arm in there to stick the sensor down the bottom of the tank, and oh, it's chilly. Another video comes to an end. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Flick around and show you the fish. Just getting up and moving about, still some anchor to the bottom. If you've enjoyed the video, please share it, subscribe if you don't mind, and as always folks, don't forget to polish our thumb. You know you want to. Until next time.